My name is Jiahuan and thanks for your interest in this video podcast. The focus of this video is to introduce some basic concepts of the crab design principles. We will be looking at the definition of these principles and some examples of successful or poor use of the crab principles. Okay, now let's get started.
After this lesson, you will be able to define the crab principles and distinguish between successful and poor use of the crab principles. So, what is crab? CRAB is actually the acronym of four principles of visual design. It stands for contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity. Why do we need the CRAB? The purpose of these principles is to make your design have the visual appealing, to make what people see in front of them aesthetically pleasing, and hence to grab their attention to the material. Now let's go through these four principles. First, contrast. The contrast principle suggests that we make elements that are not the same clearly different. Take a look at these two examples. Which one do you think is better? Example B, right? Because the text in example A is sort of blurry, whereas the text in example B is very clear to see. Here, we have some tips of how to make the contrast among different elements in your design. You can use different font sizes, such as large type versus small type. You can use different colors. Usually, it's cool colors such as blue and green against warmer colors like red, orange, and yellow. You can also have some horizontal elements and make them in contrast with vertical elements. For example, on the design piece you see here, it uses a long horizontal title and narrow vertical columns to make the title and content clearly different. Of course, different font sizes and colors are used here as well. The next principle is repetition. According to this principle, we need to have some visual elements repeat throughout the whole design piece. This helps to give your design a sense of consistency and unifies all parts as a whole. Some elements that we may repeat in the design include headings and subheadings, colors, rules, images, graphical elements, and logos. Here we have a very good example of the repetition principle. Now, take a few seconds and look at the recipe on the screen. What elements can you see that are repeated? Yes, we can see that the headline and content typeface are repeated, and also the illustrations, which are all in the funky 50s style, although the exact pictures are not the same. Finally, the format is repeated in the 6 little sections. The third principle in CRAB is alignment. This principle says that everything you see on a page should have a visual connection with something else on the page. If you design in this way, you will create stronger cohesion and a better sense of order and intent. For example, here we have two name cards. They have the same content, name, title, address, and phone number. But which one looks better? I would say B is better, right? Because you can see on card A, not a single element has any connection with other elements. But elements on card B have the vertical alignment. They are all aligned to the right of the card. You may also notice that on card B, related atoms are grouped together. Such a kind of grouping is related to our last principle, that is proximity. According to the proximity principle, elements that are related should be grouped together, and elements that are not related should not be close to each other. Let's look at the name card examples again. Elements on the first card are not grouped, but on the other two cards, similar elements, name and title, address and phone number, are grouped together. Also, the elements on these two cards have certain type of alignment. All these make them look better than the first one. Finally, let's have a brief review of what we've just covered. What are the four principles that CRAB stands for? And the answer is contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity. Did you get it?
Alright, I hope the information in this video can be helpful and good luck with your design.